Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back to Esports. My name is Murph. I'm joined by Sky Barrage. That was a bit of a surprise launching, but hey, we're back. Hey, let's go. We're getting ready to rush into Rush versus Cosmic. Aha, totally planned. Some awesome games gonna be happening here on Lijiang Tower to start us off. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I had a great spring break. Hope everyone else had a great spring break. Taking a break from all that stressful stuff in life, take a little bit to wind down and chill. Maybe prepare for tonight's game too. So
Yeah, absolutely. I took a nap before this, as I tend to do, and this time I didn't visit the Himalayas, so I'm here. But excuse me. Um, It'll certainly be a great game. I believe this is our number one and number two seed in the league so far. So um, going to be quite the shocker. Especially, I think what I'm most excited for is the matchup versus Carnage and Biohazard and Power Kill and Seebser. I think those four have just been so consistently powerful in their roles, like absolute statement players. And I'm excited to see them sort of clash their heads here. Uh, So what are we expecting to seize, my friend, as we get into this? We see all the hey, look at that carnage on the Ramatra.
yeah, so we do see Carnage bringing out the Ramatra again, which we all know went really, really good the week before spring break. And, pretty standard comp. Lucio for these control points, really good, just perfectly balanced support. And we do see the Genji come out, which I'm excited to see from Guy Noob. I do remember Guy Noob going crazy on the Genji, getting some amazing plays previous weeks. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Guy named Genji was actually very important for their Hollywood attack, if I remember correctly, and like actually busting through the supports in that backline. Power kill, MVP from last season on his signature hero, and we see why. That's two headshots out the gate, nearly taking out Funtime Gold before they even have a time to react to it. Now, as we're going to be seeing Rush pushing in here as Cosmic take control of the point first. It's going to be the D.Va into the backline, but look at this. Carnage gets down incredibly low. The damage absolutely huge coming in from the side. The power kill gets Peel as well. The backline does. And Cosmic will be taking the first fight here as the remaining members of Rush forced to fall.
yeah, really big good team fight there from Cosmic. Power Kill hitting all of his shots, really. I mean, just doing an incredible job. As you said, Power Kill's aim is something you don't want to get in the crossfire of. Carnage switching up to Sigma and, opting to change the tank workaround.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And which is interesting because I I didn't hate the idea of the Ramatra. It's obviously one of his signature heroes. It's very powerful, but I think in the face of running the Bastion, and running into just that amount of damage, I think the Sigma does a little bit better job at self sustaining, and that
Yeah,
shield helps with healing for the team right against that D.Va.
yeah, really able to use that black hole, use that shield to kind of navigate against Bastion's wheels. Once you see the wheels come out, you throw out the shield. Once the wheels are down, you pull it back, and pretty good at managing Bastion's utility. Bastion's not a really complex hero, but once you get into that turret form, he can deal a lot of damage if you don't know how to deal with it properly or if you don't have the means to deal with it. So Sigma definitely a great switch there.
Yeah. Yeah, and into that Bastion turret, right? That Bastion turret is such a dangerous tool. Typically, the strategy to avoid that would be to the Bastion turret in like a pseudo rush. So if you had Funtime Cold zoomed in the enemy team, and there's volume. Uh, that is good stuff. Biohazard holding down the line here on that D.Va that we saw be so lethal into the back line of Rush in the first initial fight. Life grip pulled back, getting down very low. The damage from Rush at least is very consistent. They know how to focus fire very well.
Yeah, getting Byron is really low there, and a great job from Izzard pulling him back, keeping him, just keeping him alive, keeping him healthy. And he does have the bomb, so you don't have to worry about his mech breaking.
sound barrier to save the rest of the team as they're forced to retreat for a rush. There's the overclock as well from Seabster getting them down, but they do eventually fall, and that is going to be the remaining members of Cosmic continuing to hold 62% and counting.
And I do remember from a previous week, Flame and Fox having some amazing Suzus. So definitely a great job. You know, Izzard went down there, so Flame and Fox to keep her team alive, and they did a great job of doing that.
Galactic Rose has access to this artillery. Now Carnage going back over to the those Bubbles going to be able to keep the rest of our team alive. Bubbles forced out now, going to be eating up that Bastion artillery, but getting down so low in the process. And a guy named trying to get in the back line there, also finding picks again. I believe they found one before they fell. 96% counting here. This has been an incredibly strong hold from Cosmic so far, as the one-on-one versus Power Kill teacher comes down to a close. It does eventually go Power Kill's way with the help of the Kiriko from Flaming Fox, maintaining as much pressure as they can. The high noon to get everybody off the point in the overtime stall, and that is going to, what a bravery. Absolute soldier's bravery from Carnage there trying to stall at the point. Needing to do what they need to do. Guy Noob gets one, not able to find a second. Overtime ticks down. That's going to be Cosmic holding strong. What'd you see there?
Well, at the end, all I saw was Carnage charging straight towards the point, trying to be a martyr for his team, but didn't work out.
Was beautiful.
Really close fight from Seabster there, just not quite able to take out Power Kill on the Cassidy there. You know, when you have that pocket Kiriko, it's really, really hard, and if you don't hit the charge shot with that overclock, it's really, really hard to take out someone who's being pocketed like that, and really close to taking that point over to try to stack some percentage on their side, but not quite able to get it on that first point.
Yeah, 110%. I think the swaps there from Cosmic were pretty smart. You know, enemies running a D.Va, we go Zarya. We saw it come through for Rush last week, but I think it was also struggling a little bit, that Zarya pick. I'm not sure that she's necessarily the most powerful character at this moment, because we know Carnage is capable, but it's simply whether or not Zarya themselves can actually sustain for as long as they can. And that martyr moment running into the point. Granted, if Carnage had waited any longer, they would have just lost. Like there was no wait another second, right? Because that overtime was ticking down. I thought it was a beautiful moment, almost like a cinematic film. I'm sure somebody can make like a sick edit out of it or something.
Yeah. But you know, this is probably my favorite point of Lijiang, and I think it's allows for a lot more different comps. You're not as constricted to that little box area. You do have the hallways to fight in here, which allows for, you know, you got a little bit of longer range, not as close quarters until you get to the main point. Do see Carnage pull out the Orisa, which I think is a really good pick on this point.
I want to take a note of what exactly Rush is running. Oh, okay, they've swapped it around a little bit. They were running the Bastion Reaper combo, which I think would have been absolutely devastating against Biohazard here. The Mei, I think, can still be lethal, especially with Seabster's turret. They're probably going to be looking to basically saw off Biohazard, separate him from the team, and then get it again. There we go, Seabster immediately picks off Izzard in the backline. What a nice speed, and Rush taking absolute vengeance for the first map, gets Biohazard down extremely low. Eventually Galactic Rose is going to be up on that high ground, finding one, might be finding a second here with the nades, but look already, the damage is done. Rush finding an incredibly good rotation there and taking out the enemy before they even have a chance to think. Now, it's going to be Power Kill standing alone, not able to find anybody. X-Men takes them out, and that's going to be the first fight going to Rush.
Yeah, and I don't think Cosmos is expecting Carnage to just run in there. I mean, he ran straight into their team. I don't think they were expecting that fast of a hit from him. And the rest of his team seems to be doing a great job of picking off the Lifeweaver, and just the rest of them doing a great job of just cleaning it up.
Yeah, Izzard gets down extremely low. Look at that. They're focusing him down, and it's not even funny. How quickly he's falling, and look, just the absolute Lucio speed boost into the quarter. Once that Lifeweaver goes down to support, the support line just struggles so much more to keep the rest of them alive. But Power Kill in the back line finds two, finds up Golden Guy and both fall, and that's gonna actually even things up more towards the side of Cosmic. Rush now retreating back into the point to stall out as long as possible. And what a performance there. I mean, Power Kill finds two, and all of a sudden Rush's momentum, they're forced to retreat.
Yeah, Cosmic is able to get possession of the point now with Galactic Rose on the high ground. We're gonna have to see if they expect this.
The Ant Matrix though, Guy into the pickup. Izzard once again. Izzard not having a good time. They really said we're going to delete that Life Weaver. Steepster also doing so much damage with that Ant Matrix. Finds 3 in this fight. Galactic Rose tries to shut it down, but it's just not enough. 20% in counting here. Power Kill will not be able to get one, and we'll have to retreat here as it gets flipped back with a Rush. 45% in counting.
Yeah, really good Matrix from Xbox Bubba there. I mean, really nowhere to hide. When you have that Bastion on his wheels shooting at you through that Matrix, you're not in for a great time.
Yeah, certainly not. And I once again want to highlight the absolute lethality coming out from Rushes. They're really picking apart their targets. They're focusing them down. Look at this Maywall gets Biohazard. Nice artillery strike in the backline, separating everybody. And Izzard falls again. It's not Izzard's fault either. Rush is just out for his blood. Power Kill trying to avenge his friend, but it's just not enough. Steepster finds another, and the Bastion has been absolutely lethal. Power Kill is able to pick off Gainu before falling themselves, and we're at 80% and counting now.
Yeah, I mean, Seabster's just been absolutely picking apart Cosmic's team on this point. I mean, clearly very, very comfortable on that Bastion. At this point, definitely, Rush has found their stride and is sticking with it.
Nice artillery barrage to clear out the backspace from the point, but that Lucio speed and the sound barrier are going to be allowing an absolute push through. Now the Annihilation Aura comes in from Biohazard's going to be applying some constant pressure as he eats up all the damage. But look at this, very nice disengage from Rush. They know they have time, so they just get out of dodge. They let Cosmic burn their ultimates. They let them take the point. They find Power Kill to the sideline, and now it's even up. Carnage has the Orisa ultimate, the nice pull to basically negate that. The Ant Matrix is back on their side though, and they have so much DPS pressure available to them. The Galactic Rose falls. The tree is there to keep the rest of the team alive, but it's just not enough. The Ant Matrix, such a good ultimate now. They find Izzard once again, knowing that Life Weaver is going to be a pain in the butt. Rush is absolutely crushing it in terms of the team, in terms of the teamwork today. It's not even like Cosmic is trying so hard and they can't do it. 99% here, going to be going back over to Rush. Can Cosmic touch before it comes time? Galactic Rose trying to stay alive as long as possible. Overtime is ticking down. The ball comes in, not able to touch because of a javelin throw. Holy cow.
Yeah, that Amplification Matrix coming from Xbox really just his bread and butter, you know, placing it in the same spot and getting so much value out of it every time. You know, on that second Matrix, you saw him force out the tree, which gets instantly destroyed by the Bastion shooting through that. So incredible util from both teams. But Xbox Bubba with some amazing Amplification Matrices there. Seabster making use of it incredibly well. And then, as you mentioned at the end, you know, that huge javelin from Marissa stopping ball from getting the touch from Cosmic.
Absolutely. I believe the map was reset, so I don't know if we're going to be seeing the victory necessarily, but it is still 1-on-1 for both sides. So whoever comes down to this in the garden will be taking victory. And yeah, I Xbox Bubba popping off for that Matrix, as you mentioned. That was scary. I mean, we know Rush has been good, right? I think they're the one undefeated team this season. Possibly, maybe. Do we have two? Let me double check the standings here real quick. Actually, both of these teams are completely undefeated. FYI, they are our number 1 and 2. They are about 3-0 for the season. But Rush really showing up that second map. I'm so invested in who's gonna take Garden.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty happy with that comp, sticking with a very similar comp with the same foundation of the same tank, same supports. Switching up the DPS to be more catered to the map, but sticking with the same overall backbone of the team structure.
Biohazard up on that Diva as well. Probably going to be shutting down Guiding a lot, but you got to be looking out for Seepster on that Sim, right? With the beam. Could be an absolute force to be reckoned with. Look at the pressure coming up from Power Kill. Already the fade forced out, and the cooldown forced out. Echo's over does eventually fall. And in trade, Carnage would find Flaming Fox, but not before falling, right? Taking so much damage. Galactic Rose is eventually able to basically play it safe, keep themselves back, and that is going to be Cosmic finding a very clean first team fight win, and Power Kill picking up 2.
Yeah, pretty quick team fight there. Not able to create the space they wanted that time with the Orisa. Looks like Cosmic realized that they like to do that fast entry. Diva is DMech though. We'll have to see if she can get her back before that team fight.
There is Remech. It's not even a slushy, but they got really close with Carnage, 5 Power Kill, and Galactic Rose in the backline. That speed and that TP is just so fast for Rush to be doing that. They're literally playing to their name. Biohazard's still alive though, and still a formidable force, with one member falling, I believe, on the side of Rush. It is going to be a little struggle for cleanup here. Caesar's able to pick up Izzard, which means that pool's unavailable. Biohazard will eventually fall because of that. Caesar picks up a second, has the wall available, and they will be flipping this over.
Yeah, and they will be able to set up now. Seepser with that ultimate going to make it a lot harder to take that point with those turrets set up. So we'll have to see how Cosmic is going to approach this now. Those turrets and the ultimate are going to be extremely annoying coming up from that Symmetra.
Now, nice rotation through the small white room. Carnage able to pick up Flaming Fox and Izzard though, and no supports online now for side of Cosmic, who just, absolutely gets torn apart. The bomb is there to sort of clear up the point as Biohazard tries to maintain control as long as possible. Nice body blocks there, get down Mr. President from Biohazard, but Carnage is just an absolute menace, not letting anybody slide in this game. Oh, what a boop.
Yeah, incredible play from Carnage there, just keeping the entire team back.
Galactic Rose also takes the tumble. And Rush maintain again significant control.
Yeah, Funtime Cold there, waiting, trying to get a boop. If he gets a boop off of that, that would be absolutely crazy.
Carnage is able to pick up Izzard in the backline as they try to rush in here. Gets down low, Biohazard does, and that's going to be, again, another clean team fight win. Power Kill trying with that Genji now to dive into the backline, but it's just not enough. And look at the ultimates here. Rush having all 5 in the bank and 80% and counting.
Yeah, Power Kill switched the quicking to Echo. Genji really hard to play into a sim. Those turrets slow you down, so Echo could provide a lot more value here and not get hindered as much by those symmetric turrets.
Artillery Barrage able to force out the Immortality field early. That could be used despite the ultimate disadvantage they're coming into with. Carnage able to pick up Flaming Fox once again. Guy who uses the Blossom to pick up Izzard. No support online once again, and the Cosmic is now fighting with no support in overtime. The tree is still up, trying to keep them alive, but there it is. It does eventually blow up. Seepser able to pick up 1, and overtime is ticking down. It's going to be the Sim Shield just to finish this one off, and that is going to be Rush taking.
Yeah, so after losing that first point, Rush switched up their comp, really applied the pressure, as you saw, playing Rush to their name, getting up in their face, and fairly dominant second and third points there with huge plays coming out from all the members, as I mentioned, before, Xbox Bubba.
Yeah, 100%. I think Rush. What do you do against that much pressure? Do you just go full sustain? Like, do we play Reaper, May, or Ball Sombra, or some form of self-sustain, quick disengage? Like, I'm trying to think how you survive a 5-man charge into your backline where Carnage and Seepser and Gainoob are just lasering down the support lines from Cosmic.
Well, I definitely think that the pressure definitely got to the side of Cosmic. Saw Izzard getting picked off a lot, and that seemed to be Rush's goal was, hey, let's go out there, pick off one of the supports. Lifeweaver doesn't have a teleportation that Kiriko has, not as much abilities to get away, and we're able to clean up on that pretty consistently. And I think that was a big struggle for Cosmic there, not able to keep him alive throughout all that chaos.
Mm-hmm. So perhaps we see a support swap. That way we can like maybe something that's a bit more agile or disengage. Lucio, a Kiriko. Well, they have a Kiriko picked out. Maybe a Moira. Not that she's necessarily meta, but this certainly has disengage. Something because Cosmic, um, they're very strong. And as mentioned before, it's not necessarily the support line's fault for falling. If Rush is able to just get in there and repeat the the same thing over and over and over again, Izzard doesn't have the tools to survive. So of course they're going to be one of the first to fall, and that could lead to some struggles as we head into the second map.
Yeah, so maybe you're seeing a Zarya come in or something. You know, Zarya pretty good against the Orisa, you know, allowing you to keep your supports alive if they do get low, put a bubble on them and punish it if they try to finish that kill. You know, at the very least, even if they still go down, you're getting a huge damage boost to yourself. So maybe Zarya could be a good pick to somewhat counteract that strategy the Rush just got going.
Yeah, Zarya is not something we see very much out of Biohazard, so it might not be something that they're comfortable playing. But if they wanted to swap up tanks, I think Zarya might be good. You put it on Izzard, you put it on Flaming Fox, as you mentioned, allow that even the value that Rush would get from taking out one of your supports, which is massive, is still somewhat counterbalanced by the fact that you now do twice as much damage as a Zarya, which is terrifying. A full charge Zarya can be an absolute menace, right? Especially with good enough tracking. Of course, we know Biohazard's not a slouch in the mechanics department. So, um, or I would think even that we could go the Doomfist somber route and dance a little bit around the rush style, the speed in style that Rush is trying to execute.
We do see the Blizzard world coming out for our hybrid map.
So lots of poke, possibly.
Yeah, lots of poke. You know, that first choke point is one of the biggest factors of Blizzard world. That first hold is crucial for both teams. As the defense, you want to hold that, and as the attack, you want to get past that point as soon as possible.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, the first point of Blizzard World, uh, there's a lot of really good ways for the attackers to attack that either disrupt the defenses, or sort of get them around the sight lines so that they're not necessarily constantly taking that fire, right? So we think about the initial high ground on Griffin. Where it's just one platform that the entire team can sit upon and just rain fire from above. Rush, I believe would opt for taking either that right hand lane, or going through, I believe it's called Viking ship, where they go through the little side tunnels. But knowing Rush, knowing their want to get into the enemy's face, I think taking the right hand lane, going up into that high ground, disrupting that would be probably their preferred method of execution. But all that to say, um, this is going to be a weird one because we also know that Rush can play poke just as well.
Yep. So definitely see what we have to come out here. I think maybe we do see a Sigma. You know, maybe even see a Monkey come out for that attack on the dive. Not too sure. We'll have to really see what these teams are opting for, what kind of archetype they're going for right off the bat.
Just a quick note for a side swap here, I believe, is Rush is going to be in red and Cosmic's going to be in blue. Um, so just for our eyes and your eyes, because I have been there before, where I'm sitting there for half the map calling out the wrong team and going, this roster doesn't look right. Oh, it's because we side swapped. um, yes. Um, I I'm interested in seeing if we get power kill Ash. I think that could be for as strong of a hit scan player as Power Kill is. I think the Power Kill Ash on the defense especially could be scary for Blizzard World.
Yeah, and Ash a very solid option in Blizzard World as well. One of my personal favorites to play in Blizzard World is Ash. So you know, Power Kill definitely better than I am, so I'm interested to see what he does with that Ash if he does pick that. Definitely think that's be something exciting to see here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You said definitely better than I was like, yeah, yeah. Um, we talk about the game. You shouldn't hire us to play it. I promise it won't end up good. I mean, at least for me, I'm like a silver gold player, so
That could be a
uh,
good mascot.
yeah, yeah, be a good mascot. Yeah, exactly. I got the glowy sign, I guess. So that's my mascot. I don't know. You've got your little fluffy guy back there. Who is that?
That's Snorlax.
Oh, Snorlax from Pokemon. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
You have a little Codecaster back there. A
Yeah,
little bit of quiet side, but he's thinking.
you're sharing. Yeah, sorry, that was.
Oh, and we do see the
Ignoring the whole time.
Doomfist.
Oh, full on dive from Cosmic here on the attack.
Biohazard on the Hog.
I think the Hog mixed with Galactic Rose could be an absolute disruptor for Carnage. Imagine
Yeah, and you're
anytime
gonna.
Carnage puts up his fist and it's just hooked.
Yeah, I mean, Hog will do a really good job of hooking him out of that block when he is getting low, trying to charge up that punch. Power is gonna be there to get little picks off in the finish, and that Lamp has so many spots where it can be unbreakable and provide huge value for the team. So overall, I really like the comp that they have on defense here on Cosmic's side.
Now they're getting a little bit of feel for what each team is running, trying to understand exactly what the next big plan is. Look at this guy. Noob gets down to 1 HP and will get picked up by Galactic Rose before the fight even begins. That is the power of that Ash. We're going to see Carnage disrupt the high ground. Very nice punch there, getting both DPS off, allowing his team some much needed respite to push forward here. Arca picks up Sleepster though in the backline. Very nice headshot. And now it's just sort of rotating around each other.
Yeah, as you said, Carnage getting the DPS off the high ground was crucial for their point here. Really disoriented their team and allowed them to take a lot of space pretty early on.
Yeah, Izzard finds, I believe that there's 2 headshots into Carnage and basically just melting him down. That without that Doomfist, you're going to be finding it pretty difficult for the remaining members to stay alive, so they are just going to retreat. And 2.5 minutes here will be on the clock as Galactic Rose looking for a different angle.
Yeah, and haven't seen Seebser doing too much there on that Tracer yet. Still looking for those picks. A little bit harder when you do have the tanky DPS, like like the Bastion, like the Baptiste with that lamp, which he can use to protect himself if he's getting dove.
The dive is coming in through, but it's being forced to main because look at the angles that that Cosmic is playing. It's a very smart decision here. That is going to be a nice meteor strike from the high ground. Carnage able to pick up value on 3, pop the immortality field, finds a 4th, and that's going to be with 2 minutes on the clock. Rush absolutely blowing that one out of the water with a very clean dive.
Yeah, I mean, that was like a Doom Masterclass. Hit like 4, with the meteor strike, hitting punches to kill 2. I mean, incredible value coming up from Carnage there, and to say that he led that charge to win that point would be an understatement.
Yeah, I absolutely believe that with 100% fact, because we even saw the high ground disruption. I believe Power Kill got sort of picked off very early. You don't get that high ground disruption unless you have the Doom, which is such a crucial player in this dive strategy, right? Disorient the enemy team, separate them from where they want to be, and then have all your other DPS follow through. Power Kill's Bob ends up falling off of the map, unfortunately. Turns him to find Flame of Fox in the high ground. Look at the pressure being applied here.
Yeah, and the rest of Rush the rest of Cosmic deciding to fall back a little bit as they do regroup.
Yeah, Carnage falling. As we've seen before, once Carnage falls, there's not really a whole lot that Rush can do, right? There's not really a whole lot that they can do to sort of maintain there. What a beautiful punch. 5-3. Absolutely severs the backline. Power kill at Isabel's ball. Guy who follows up with the blade, able to pick up Classic Bros. Biohazard's able to pick up Fun-Time Cold, but he's all alone, and I don't think he's going to be sustaining this for long. We'll be going for the reset here. Nice punch. Biohazard gets all that value, or sorry, Carnage gets all that value, and now has once again that Meteor Strike available to them as they capture the second point.
Yeah, a lot of ults out there on the side of Cosmic on that defense, so definitely have to get those rolls out and see if they make any switches, because as of now, this dive comp's working extremely well.
Yeah, the Kitsune Rush comes out to try to stabilize here, but to no avail, as you know, you won't really regroup thanks to the captured point and the respawn changes. And now once again, Biohazard left all alone to fend for himself. He is a hog, so he can definitely escape, and he will do so just in time.
Yeah, still holding on to that whole hog, trying to find some really big value here.
Oh, what a double headshot from Power Kill on that Ashe. Now given the Ant Matrix is going to be just retreat from the side of Cosmic. They understand they don't want to take that. Nice dynamite. They're going to be burning Fun-Time Cold down to half. But look at that. Carnage gets down extremely low as well, trying to find any value around it. And nice hold there from the side of Cosmic, as they're going to be looking to hold this one.
Yeah, Carnage not able to get away. Power Kill once again with a Bob, which will allow him to really tread the team. You know, Tracer is extremely weak to that Bob.
What a whole hog. Oh my goodness, he's still staying alive. The Immortality Thrown is there for him. He is able to pick up Fun-Time Cold. The damage is coming through, but the team's able to pick him off eventually. Bob's in there though. What a massive Bob, by the way. Just basically telling him to screw off. You're not making it through that hallway.
Yeah, really good zone control from that Bob. You know, a little bit opting to use him a little differently as most people do when people want to send him straight into a fight to get those kills, but
Kitsune Rush for Carnage, as he's going to be diving in, picking up Let's Goes quite quickly, and Power Kill eventually falls as well. No DPS now online for the side of Cosmic, as what was a very stalwart defense there for just a second will eventually fall. He's able to find a third. Now it is just Biohazard alive. They're going to try to basically cook him for as much ult charge as they can before being forced to retreat. Carnage get pulled in. That could be massive. That could be a pull. Unfortunately, not quite followed through, but Gainu does eventually fall as well.
yeah, Power Kill switching to Sombra to try to get the hacks onto that Doomfist, allow him to be taken out a little bit easier with that combined fire.
Getting down very low. Tracer able to escape quite easily. And look at that, there was the hack on the Doom. Absolutely monstrous with that continuing rush. The Bastion ultimate, even with the sound barrier, just chews through them. That's two picked up for Galactic Rose. We might be looking for a third here, and that's going to be one more hold now for the side of Cosmic, as they have a minute and 40 seconds here to hold.
Yeah, no, minute 40 seconds is pretty realistically able to hold it to only a 2 instead of a 3-point score.
Gainu blade in the backline, gets hooked, gets picked up by Biohazard. It's definitely massive, but Seamster with the pulse bomb finds two. The Immortality field there, not quite in time. The hook gets disrupted by the Doomfist punch, but I'm going to pick up the Fox as well. Biohazard's the only one standing, the only one remaining. Isn't able to get is not able to get the whole hog available to them. 1 minute 13 seconds remaining on the clock. 3 meters, can't even touch. No, they will not. That will be a full push from the side of Rush. Holy. What an attack!
Yeah, I mean, that double pulse bomb kill at the end really just sealed the deal.
That was, I mean, it looked good for the side of Cosmic, right? It looked really good for the side of Cosmic. They were able to pick off the blade, they got the hack on the Carnage, which means he was going to be the next one to fall. And then Seepster comes in with a pulse bomb that picks off two, and even though it forces out the Immortality field, Xbox Double gets down so low that they're not able to sorry, apologies. I believe that was Flame Box gets down so low they're not able to sustain for the rest of that fight, and they do eventually fall. So that was nuts.
Yeah, definitely a game-changing ult there, and a very different comps coming out for the second half. I mean, both teams opting to switch up their teams almost completely.
This is very interesting. I think Carnage is gonna have one heck of a time on that Reinhardt. I mean, and I mean that to say, Cosmic know what's up. Look at what Cosmic is running and tell me that Carnage is gonna have a good time. I
Yeah,
don't see it.
it's looking a little rough for Carnage here on defense. If he's able to pull this off, then he might be the best Ryan.
Yeah, Izzard with that Discord orb, Galactic Rose with the Bastion, Power Kill on the Reaper, and having to peel for Biohazard, it's gonna be a rough ride. I wish Carnage doesn't get the best as a fellow Reinhardt player. Biohazard gets down very low on an initial attack, and his force retreat. Oh, yeah, Power Kill finds one fun time cold. Guiding falls as well. The disconnected battle lines here from the side of Cosmic, or from the side of Rush being exploited. Carnage didn't pick up Izzard with a nice fire strike, and that might provide some reprieve. But glad to go to pick up Steepster in the trade. The Immortality Field keeping the rest of the attackers online. Reaper in the back right now trying to hunt down Nexus but does get down extremely low, and Power Kill is able to do it from the high ground, from the comfortability of the high ground. They can't be punished by the Reinhardt. It's a very well placed and well thought out attack here as Carnage does eventually fall, just having so much pressure being pointed at him. And that will be Cosmic taking the first fight. They're taking the
and a very, very quick swap from Carnage off of that Ryan.
Yeah, into Azaria, which I think works 10 times better here. Just simply because, you know, the Reaper will farm up a lot of the bubble damage. You'll be able to charge that with the beam through the D.Va, so on and so forth. I think Zarya works for much better.
Yeah, definitely a much better pick there. Does allow you to combo that ult with that Bastion ult if you do feel like you want to do that. It is a possibility. You can look for a death blossom here.
Absolutely. It was very juicy there if they decided to drop it. Look at this. 3. Oh, I was getting ready to count down. Oh my good gravy! The Immortality Field keeps everybody alive though, and what was gonna be a massive 5k gets absolutely saved. Biohazard gets demexed. 4 minutes on the clock here, but holy cow, was that was a juicy blossom that got shut down by a beautiful Immortality Field. Both DPS still alive there for the side of Cosmic. We're going to be fighting this one out to the end. Power Kill still kicking, will eventually fall, and we have 4 minutes on the clock here as Rush finally whole.
Yeah,
whereas,
that was
Cosmic finally whole.
Incredible patience from the supports there on that Reaper ult. Xbox Bubba not only putting down the Immortality Field as you mentioned, but Lucio also booping him off of the high ground, not allowing the Immortality Field to get broken. You saw the team was all extremely low, and had the Immortal Field been broken, he could have finished those kills, but that booping him off the high ground made it impossible for him to clean up on those.
Yeah, Power Kill gets down extremely low again. Glad he was able to pick up Peter from the high ground. Look at this absolute focus fire coming by, but the beam is just too scary. It's too strong. Nice try to pick off the baby D.Va and the sound barrier there for the side of Rush, trying to keep them alive against that bomb, trying to make it so that they don't need to necessarily retreat. The nice transcendence there, going to be trying to basically keep everybody alive. And there is the grab. What? Grab actually right in the face of the D.Va, which you wouldn't necessarily call, a typical move. But it does find value. Biohazard's going to pick up 2, both supports down now for the side of Rush, but it doesn't really matter as Guiding's going to pick up Blossom, get Izzard as well, and Seedster doing their job as well. Rush will continue holding strong here.
Yeah. Carnage is going to try to play a little aggressive here, still with a high charge on his plasma rifle, so gonna try to play a little bit aggressively maybe here to keep that charge up. Definitely going to be able to dish out some solid damage here.
Yeah, as we've seen, right, Seedster swapping back over to that Tracer, which is interesting because so far the defense has been holding strong. There is Galactic Rose's artillery barrage. Maybe looking for any remaining members, but no value necessarily. How do you stay spot with losing for? Biohazard gets down so low again though. This Zarya into the D.Va is such a devastating combo. And Power Kill tries to get a death box in there, gets close, does get booped away once again. And what tracking from Carnage, able to find Flame Fox through the air. 1 minute 50 seconds here on the clock, and Rush looking very strong.
Yeah, that Zarya kill really doing a great job of just shutting down Cosmic's advances here. Power Kill just not able to find volume with the Death Blossom, and not because his positioning is bad, just because Funtime took hold doing an incredible job of booping him out of the danger.
Yeah, every time. I feel like Funtime Gold's just saving Boop for any time the Reaper gets back in there. Reaper, has shotgun pistols. Needs to get in close to fight any sort of damage value. And especially when it comes to the ultimate, if you get them far enough away, it becomes basically mute. You start racking up some crazy ult charge here, looking for a nice pulse bomb if they're able to boot it up in time. Unfortunately, will have to disengage. Is able to pick up a pulse bomb before falling. Gets down very low as a disengage. Biohazard now swapping over from the Diva to the Ramatra, trying to stay alive with the pulse bomb, able to find Glyce Glows. Flameless Fox eventually falls as well. 54 seconds here in Carnage, down to 2 HP. Power kill, trying to stay alive for as long as they can. Will be forced to retreat here.
Yeah, and really gonna be only one more probably push here with Power Kill getting staggered, and now that pretty much just secures this last fight. If they don't win this fight,
yeah, I mean, well, look at the ultimates here
this.
from Rush. They have 3. They have both support ultimates. They have the Sound Barrier and the Ant Matrix. To Cosmic's to Cosmic Ant Matrix. So it's looking kind of rough for Cosmic, and they're going to be fighting an uphill battle. Seamster's able to pick up Izzard to start things off, and that is absolutely massive. That trade-off from the trade-off to the Tracer is going to be just picking up the backline. Electric Glows gets down low. The Matrix now comes through. Guidance able to pick up Flaming Fox, and the Blossom though doesn't find all that much value aside from the backline. Power kill. Still maintaining some pressure up on the high ground. Still contesting the point. The pulse bomb going to be picking up the rest of Biohazard's HP. Power kill eventually falls. Overtime is ticking down, and that is going to be Cosmic taking the second map. I believe that makes us Rush. I believe that
Rush
makes 2-0. My bad. I'm getting flip flopped because of color.
Yeah.
That's a 2-0.
Not quite able to get up that Death Blossom there at the end.
Yeah, it was very close there. I think from both teams. I think they played incredibly well here. Rush taking the game. I believe that's 2-0. And Cosmic eventually taking a solid seed at number 2. Still though, an incredible game. Rush officially claiming the title as number 1 seed. Having shown that they are not to be messed with.
Yeah, I mean, both teams incredible showing there, but Rush just, that defensive hold was just absolutely incredible. Once they switched to that Zarya after getting run down a little bit on that first point, that Zarya was able to keep her charge extremely high for basically every time I saw her. Her charge is at least at 60, and when your damage is that high, it's just so incredibly difficult.
Yeah, let's not forget either the absolutely nasty plays of the Doomfist from Carnage. We saw the Orisa speeded as well in previous maps in Lijiang. We saw the Orisa played to high effect as well. I think Carnage, along with the backline especially, did some pretty nasty things this game. And so I look forward to seeing more of that. They're going to be heading into week 6 with their heads held up high. Cosmic, you showed up strong. You played like crazy. You even you showed up in the first half of Lijiang Tower, in Lijiang period, and really grit your teeth against this. Um, I I think you've got this is a good learning experience. I think this is a really this is your highest um impacting game, and I think they're gonna have some major tools going in the next couple of weeks, knowing exactly what they need to change and where. But I still think that this is absolute victory for both teams. Rush more so, but Cosmic can certainly learn quite a bit from this experience.
Yeah, they know the kind of comps they like to run. They can prepare that for the next game. You know, and they know that they really want to play that aggressively. And you can work on things to maybe slow down, force them to have to play a little bit slower, not able to make those huge impactful plays that they like to try to do. And if they do try to make those plays, find a way to punish them.
Mm-hmm. And we saw that, right? We saw Cosmic swap over to the Hog. We saw the Ash play pick off Seepster several times, who was trying to play that Tracer to begin there on Blizzard World, right? So we see the changes coming in. I think it
Yeah,
just needs to be a little bit of practice, a little bit of execution, and as we see this with every season, every week, every team gets better. So, with all that being said, we're currently working on moving into our next game of Glitch versus Ember. Again, these are our number 3 and number 4 seed as um, both of these teams again having a lot of veterans and a lot of people who have really strong names. I'm looking at you, Lazy Titan. What crazy ball shenanigans are we gonna get into this week?
it's always a treat.
Absolutely. So oh, we have a hydrate the custards. Thank you very much. You have water, right? Did you already drink?
Oh yeah, I'll drink some more.
Stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, all right? I want this to be a message for all the parents. As somebody who historically was terrible at drinking water, I have recently discovered its great benefits. Kiddos, listen to your parents. It actually goes nuts. I promise you won't feel like garbage in the morning. And maybe that's just me talking as a young adult versus the 15, 16-year-old young kids we have, but it's a difference. And I appreciate the
It
water because
definitely is.
it goes
I will
crazy.
say, my first year of college, I forgot to drink water one day. I had the worst headache of my life. I was dizzy. I also kind of forgot how to speak, and my roommate thought I was having a, he thought I needed to go to the hospitals because I forgot to drink water. Yeah,
Uh,
so
Will
water, it's a very good thing.
Will also states that they did a faint. They did a pass out. So drink your water. Stay hydrated. This is an official message. MERP approved. Is that aggressive? I don't. It needs to be. It needs to be. You gotta get the message to the heads. You know what I'm saying?
And if you don't have water, fruit juices are great too. Soup
Yes.
hydrates you. Soda doesn't. Nothing with caffeine.
Not soda. And you might be saying, "Oh well, I haven't died yet." Well, maybe it's just because you don't know what life feels like. Anyways,
Water.
sorry. Water. Yes. Water. Water.
There is
Okay.
a reason people have been drinking it forever.
Yeah, it's good for you. It is life. Okay. Enough about the miracles of water. We could go on that forever. Um, what are we looking forward to as we are getting ready to be heading into Lijiang?
Well, I mean, I'm a little biased here. I obviously want to see the ball come out.
Yeah, 100%.
But I already know we're gonna see Zangeman on the Tracer. I mean, every game we see, he's getting huge pulse bomb value there. I know we're gonna see Zangeman on the Tracer. So Lijiang Tower, pretty comfortable map for Tracer here. I'm interested to see what tanks are gonna come out here though at the start of it.
I will say Jubal's plays Diva,
Yeah,
Reinhardt, uh, all of them. Literally every take plays all the takes. Um, so there is no lack of flexibility at Take Your Glitch. And another thing I'm also super looking forward to is not only the head on head between Penguin and your favorite kid and Sleepy Tiger and Aloe Reaper on the support lines because that's veterans I believe versus newer players. I think Penguin was in last season. Um, but Medusa, Medusa on the Sojourn, um, has been crispy. We've also seen Battle IT pull out some crazy plays on the Soldier, on the Reaper, um, just putting in work all the time. But Medusa had that really sick head to head against Power Kill a couple weeks back, and it was very 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 close.
and I do think
So
we did see Bad YT come out with the Farah in previous weeks to do extremely well too. So
yes, Yeah, Spar is a pain in the butt.
Or
I'll be
is
frank.
not something I like to go up against.
I love playing her though.
I
Yeah,
don't.
just oh well, you know, to each
You
their
know,
own.
I play one game and someone hits me like a truck, and I'm like, hey, I should try the next game. And it doesn't do that when I use her, so I'm clearly doing something wrong.
Yeah. You know, I think with Farah, I'm still getting used to her new rework. The whole way she doesn't get fuel unless she's on the ground thing, just kind of bugs me a little bit. As somebody who's like been playing her since I started, she was actually my first main. I one tricked her for a solid 20 hours of gameplay and got pretty good. Uh, but
Ooh,
despite that, uh, well,
my
well,
wishes
well,
have been answered.
well. We see the infamous Lazy Titan ball coming out here, but against the Jubil's Mauga, I'm not sure who's gonna get the more value in this matchup.
The one thing about Lazy Satan on that ball is it's going to cause a lot of chaos, which can allow Battle IT to get in there and get some knocks around and get that huge fire damage out.
Yeah, actually, we're seeing something very similar to what we've seen from Ember in the last few weeks. Uh, you're going to be seeing Lazy Titan on that ball, already putting a lot of pressure. Bad Luck getting
Oh,
very close to the back line, running out of fuel. Unfortunately, LOL Reaper's going to be able to pick him up flat. Lazy Titan finds Sleepy Tiger in trade, though. So that's a support for DPS. Better trade off there for Ember, I think, overall. But still a 4-4.
yeah, definitely wanting to get those supports out as soon as possible. Because healing is the most important thing overall in the game. If you don't have healing, you don't have systems.
There's Bad Luck getting into the back line, trying to flank around. Jubil's able to pick up your save bracket. Lazy Titan's able to pick up boost for Jubals, though. Very nice power drive finish. And it is going to be Ember picking up the first point capture, forcing Glitch to sort of retreat here.
Yeah, 100%. Now, that cage fight from Jubals is going to be incredibly powerful. If he's able to hit that cage fight on Lazy Titan, that ball has no movement, that ball is dead.
Lazy Titan's been getting so much value already, though. That's 3 picks from Lazy Titan, and 2 of them I think are environmental picks. You know, we saw a nice opening pick there. Further side of Zane picking off Bad Light T very early on. He was down for some of the Reaper to try to counteract people on that Mauga. On that, the ping on the Overwatch comes in from Medusa, able to find one, try to even this one up, almost finds 2, but Jamesman isn't able to pick it up instead. And now it is just a battle of the tanks to stall this one out. Again, Lazy Titan, that's what he's known for, is stalling these things out. Gets down to 100 HP, might be able to get the adaptive shields. No, that will be eventually Glitch picking.
Now, we do have both tank ults out, and you can see a very interesting interaction. You know, Jubals will be able to trap Lazy Titan, but Jubals is also trapped in there with that minefield if he chooses to use it, so it'll be a very interesting interaction to see how these two tanks opt to use their ultimates.
If they both pop, does the Mauga live? Can the Mauga eat like 6 mines? I have no idea. I've never seen it before. We'll have to wait, I guess. There's a continued rush going to be allowing a whole bunch of DPS pressure, especially from the side of Medusa to come through.
Oh, every ult comes down.
Nice headshot there. There's the cage fight along with the minefield. We see it happen here, and oh yeah, the Mauga's hardly touched. Anaga finds 2 in the backline, make that a 3rd to finish it off. And okay, we've officially answered the age-old question. It does not work out in Lazy Titan's favor, unfortunately.
And we did see every single ult come out there except for the Lucio ult. I mean, oh, and Lazy Titan going for the Mauga versus Mauga mirror match.
Yeah. We've never. I don't think we've ever seen Lazy Titan pick up Mauga, so this is gonna be quite interesting.
Hey, when you have a Mauga versus Mauga, it really just comes down to who's using that cardiac overdrive better.
100%. And typically, who can save it for last, right? Because whoever's run that out first, you're just gonna have more sustain. There's the coalescence. We can't see it, but it's there. It's beating him down. It gets Dangerman from 1,800 yards away. Never realized how long an ultimate was until today. And and that is gonna be a there from inside of Ember, who forced Glitch off the point after that initial pickoff.
Yeah, Lee's Titan definitely doing a great job on that Malga, applying that pressure. They really just spray each other down. They kind of just stare at each other for a solid minute, shooting at each other, gunning at while the rest of the team does the actual fighting. But, if it works, it works.
Sound barrier here available, and Bad Monkey has the free spell. There's Medusa. Overclock. This takes out the sound barrier. Bad Monkey is going to pick up 2 bullets. Inside does eventually, I believe take a fall, but it doesn't matter. Medusa's a monster. Finds 3. And despite the ultimates that were available for the side of Glitch, they're not going to be able to use it. They might barely be able to touch.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try really hard to touch here. Lucio's probably gonna be able to get on site and beat, but that may ult just
wait! Oh, goodness gracious, he's able to get there, but not able to activate the sound barrier. Doesn't eventually fall. Otherwise, will fall. On negative fall as well. The Casino Rush along with the freeze. What a brutal combination. Despite the Casino Rush coming in for the side of Glitch, there's just not sustained left. Battle Team Penguin doing absolute monsters worth of work, trying to maintain, continue to put on pressure. Overtime is taking down the coalescence is there as well. Cage fight to block off the entrance, and that's going to be Ember taking the first point.
Yeah, definitely wonder if LOE was trying to pop that ult, if he was waiting for his team to get there or something. Definitely wonder if that could have made a difference if he did able to get that sound barrier off. Probably still would have gotten shut down because Ember just had a chokehold on that May ult, coming out, really just sealed the deal. But a very close point, would definitely winnable for either team. Whoever won that last fight was pretty much guaranteed to take that first point.
I'm going to as because LOL Reaper had a very hard decision to make. Right, they're the only one that can touch in time. They know that the May has the freeze, so you do one of two things. You touch and try to stay alive as long as possible, force out the freeze, and then beat to save your team, or beat early to make sure you can touch and stall. Well, I'm gonna stop talking about that because this is a new fight,
Oh,
and Blaze Titan just got deleted in 3 seconds.
yeah, not quite sure what happened there.
I was in the middle of uh, they met each other and then they went poof. I balanced the swap from the Mauga onto the Zarya. Is Orisa a sleeper counter against the Mauga?
Definitely deals out high damage. I think Lazy Titan just didn't hit that cardiac overdrive in time, and the rest of side of Glitch was able to extremely focus him, doing a great job.
Well, you think about it too, right? The fortification from the Orisa might also have directly impacted that ability. Look at this. Jane already has overclock, by the way, and the damage coming in from the I don't know what happened. Did we miss a fight? Did I talk in the first fight? We just missed it entirely. 30% in counting, by the way, and Glitch are holding strong, having ultimates online already.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like this match is going at double speed or something, because I mean, they're already halfway to 50%. They have all the ults. I don't know what's going on.
I guess Zane just got some nasty value in that initial fight. We're gonna be getting into a pause.
Yeah, it looked like
As
Ratkin might have been having a little bit of trouble. It looked like they were almost stuck in a spawn there for a second. I wonder if there's little keyboard issues going on.
Yeah, and that could is that part of it? I don't know. They have coalescence, so they've been putting in numbers, right? If we take a look at the ultimates here, both teams actually have 3 ults in their name, and Zangerman just got picked off by Medusa. So this could be um I guess Ember is the one who they've been getting pushed back quite handily here in this opening match. Um I'm still trying to math how Lazy Titan died in 3 seconds, and then how Zane had ult before second bite was even really started. He got overclocked in the first fight. Uh, Orisa is meta according to Will,
Against
so
Malga,
I believe
or?
it.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
The
Sounds about
horse is
right.
just strong. Horse is just strong.
Horse.
The cavalry is coming, as Tracer says, and it is Orisa.
I didn't know Orisa was that strong.
You know, I
I knew she was banned for a while, but I didn't know she was back in it. I thought she'd kind of fallen off a little bit with the nerfs they gave her. Although I know they did buff her ult recently, so maybe that helped a little bit to finish off those kills quicker. I don't know.
W- Well,
Yeah.
so whenever you take like I would think with Arisa, it would be um usually you just bait out the fortify. Bait out the fortify, you wait for the fortify to go away, and then the eraser just kind of melts, right? Especially with the Zarya pick. Lazy Titan has swapped over to the Orisa because I guess they've just decided that that officially meta. So this is cool. This is good stuff. I think Glitch, especially that pick off from Zane, are gonna have a little bit of an easier time in um finding the attack here. Like I said, 3 ults to 3 ults. El Reaper has its Sound Barrier, but against a Kitsune Rush, an Overclock, and the Coalescence, I don't know how much that Sound Barrier is really going to be sustaining.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see what kind of effect that's able to have on the fights that are coming up.
Alrighty. And we are headed back into the match, so we'll be able to see exactly what ends up unfolding here as Glitch are going to be forced to play back just a little bit.
Yeah, looking like they're still having some problems.
Uh, we'll see if they ask for a pause again. I think they were just trying to get settled in. You know how you take your hand off the keyboard, you have to find water
Yeah.
again. I think that was just that was what was happening. Medusa, nice headshot on the odd night from a ways away. The terror surge coming in from the side of people not able to find any value as damage from Ember already showing up so strongly here. Medusa does not get too many more pickoffs there. And Glitch is forced to play in the background here. Zane now bringing out their own overclock. Finds Bad YT with a double
Oh my
headshot.
goodness.
Finds his second one. Finds that sword, baby. Finds a third, and it's going to be Glitch holding on to that. I spoke too soon. I'm not going to win, and I apologize to Ember fans all over the world. 96%.
Oh, and look at him just. Oh.
Wow. We're 1-1 though. It's not over yet, as we're going to be heading into Garden in our next match.
Yeah, we're heading into that third point once again on Lijiang today.
We have another Hydrate the casters.
They heard our speech and they wanted to make sure we're safe.
They felt empowered. Yeah. Because if I don't drink water every 30 minutes, I die. Sorry. Totally a joke. Totally a joke.
Oh.
We're gonna be going into a pause as we report the broken mouse, unfortunately. Um, Welcome to live television, ladies and gentlemen. Issues do arise, and when they do, we take them with grace and style. So just sit back, relax, grab a popcorn, grab some soda, or water preferably, and enjoy. It's only water is acceptable. No soda. We've officially banned soda.
Soda is
Yeah,
off the menu, folks.
no. um. Listen. All right. The occasional Coke, the occasional Sprite here and there, it's not gonna kill you, but water, 100%. It's just so much better for you. Anyway, so um what was I
And
gonna say?
Zane back on the tracer.
Yeah, when we seeing some nice pulse bombs there. I I have been very impressed with both these teams so far in this match. I believe we still are only on map 1, right? This is yeah, okay.
Yep,
So we
just
still
map
have
one.
quite a bit to go. That is perfectly fine, perfectly fantastic. Um, Particularly, I have been incredibly um into uh Medusa's performance. Of course, Zane on that Sojourn absolutely saved that last point. Granted, without your favorite kid, the what did I say? The sustain was down a little bit, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that Zane got 3 headshots and a melee kill, and went absolutely bananas with that overclock when it seemed like such an Ember win.
Yeah, really difficult when you have a support who's not quite functioning at their maximum capabilities.
But it is what it is. We're gonna be going into the third point here. It's still 1-on-1, so it's still anyone's game. They can still certainly evenly fight it out here on tower. Um, and I do like what both these teams have been running. I think the May here, right? The May here, I think could be a very good tool to basically use as like to pressure out Zanjamin, right? Who only has 150 HP, who only has the 1 recall. If you're able to beam the Tracer for even like not 3 seconds, but a second and a half, it's gonna cause them to sort of be forced to retreat. Um, but um, also trying to slow down that Lucio and Sleepy on the Kiriko Lucio, right? They're playing very, very, very quick supports there on the side of Glitch, and it's showing up because they're not ever dying, right? They're staying very, 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 very much alive. Always able to retreat whenever catching themselves in trouble.
Yeah, tracers can be hard to deal with, but I do think the May's a really good pick. Allows Orisa also not get as much movement. Definitely punish her, finish her off. Really slowing people down for Medusa to get that charged railgun up once it's charged full capacity. If you can slow someone down, make them easier to hit in the head, I mean, they're
Hmm.
gone.
Yeah, and that's what May does. May slows people down who try to run away. And now they have changed around the variable of that. At one point, I believe she didn't have any slow. At one point, I believe she only slowed. So it it um it does change every now and again. So I don't have the exact percentage as to the decrease in speed, but that is her primary role is to slow down those particularly speedy characters. Which actually, now that I take a look at Glitch's comp, 4 out of the 5 are speedsters. So Bad RT's got a lot to work with here, um, but it's going to need to require like some serious focus fire, I think.
Yeah, definitely that is just so strong and her fortify ability, just, negating pretty much everything that comes at her.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to be ready here in just a second. As your favorite kid is back into the game. Seeing both these teams absolutely pop off. Luckily, no, like this is a good time for us to pause. Is right at the beginning because that means we don't have any like lost alt charge or anything. So it's a completely clean slate as far as this particular point goes.
Yeah, and hopefully everything works out and smooth sailing from this point forward.
This very, very risky push there from the side of Ember as they grab her on first. Jules gets a nice javelin pick off Satellite T, I believe off into the abyss. And without being able to slow them down, once again, like we talked about the importance of that May, they're just going to basically collapse the back on there. Medusa's able to pick up Odd Nugget, not before he's able to pick up Penguin, and without taking 3 kills, without taking cleanse, it's going to be, Medusa finds the second one. I speak too soon. I'm going to stop caster cursing people. Medusa goes crazy.
Yeah, Medusa picking up both the DPS there. That not overclock. The railgun charge is just so strong and
What a boop, double boop with the LOR for finding 2, and that come on, that's gotta be it, right? Finds 3.
Oh my goodness, and he gets a 3rd.
That's nuts. That's what we called a Lucio boop. I mean, just peeking in through the window, getting a quick right click, finding 3 eventually, and allowing Glitch to hold on at 30% and counting here.
Yeah, I mean, Lucio is just so strong at this point. Not just because the area of effect healing, but because those huge magnitude plays that they're able to make.
And now look at the ult charge difference because of that too, right? Because even Lucio gets a little bit of ult charge based off the damage they do. Look at this, oh my goodness, laser fire from Jubles And the oh my good gravy! What am I witnessing? Zane's able to pick up 2, get the pulse bomb, able to pick up Penguin, Jubilee's with the Terror Surge, able to pick up your favorite kid, and Glitch is not slowing down one little bit. They said, you know what? We came to play, and we sure are going to. Oh, so
Yeah, huge combo play there coming out, and still with Sleepy Tigers, Kitsune Rush ready to come out.
Medusa does have the overclock, and your favorite kid has the Colossus. So sustain and damage available to the side of Ember coming to the next fight. There's the continued rush. Medusa has the overclock and farming that main entrance. But Jubilee's there to find Penguin against that Orisa is just so scary. The damage is ridiculous. Zane even did a bad pick up Medusa. Jubilees gets low. But counting, and that is going to be Glitch taking the second map, not allowing anybody to touch.
Yeah, LOL Reaper not even opting to use that beat there again, just confident in his team's ability to stay alive there. And yep, here's the play.
Gee, I wonder what this one can be.
And there they go.
There's 2. And the 3rd.
Yeah, decided to come back for more.
And as my best friend always says, Timber. It's fun times. Good, solid gameplay there from side Glitch, really locking that one down. And despite the plays from Ember coming out right from the side of Medusa with the overclock, from the coalescence from your favorite kid, from the ability to push Ember off into the one corner and try to force them in that small territory, Jubilees just seemed incredibly comfortable on that Orisa. I mean, I think that is officially gonna become like when I think of Jubilees, I think Orisa might be one of the things I really latch on to, because that was, I mean, the amount of times that somebody got lasered by Jubilees on the Orisa was kind of nuts. We're going into King's Row for our next match.
Kings Row Classic. Didn't see it on our first game today, but it will be our second map going into the hybrid map. We do have Glitch up one map at the moment, so whether we see a map 3 is up to whether Lazy Titan and his team are able to perform on Kings Row.
100%. I almost expect the Jubilees Reinhardt.
Very well could happen. And if that's the case, you know, Lazy Titan has a lot of options to come out. There are a lot of things that are very strong against Ryan. And, you know, the way Jubilees has been playing Orisa, I'm also not surprised if he just pulls Orisa out again.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if Jubilees is able to pull out the Orisa, stall out the ball even, I think, because one of the craziest games I ever watched was actually Lazy Titan on King's Row, playing the ball and getting a stall so hard that he survived, I think, a 1v5 for a solid like 30 seconds, and I was just flabbergasted. Um, so we might be seeing the ball come out here, I think, from Lazy Titan. And if that's true, I think also the Orisa could be a formidable foe, especially with that javelin toss that the Orisa has access to, stunning anybody it hits. And no ball.
Zarya is a strong option into Orisa, you know, not caring too much about that javelin spin, not able to reflect that off.
Yeah, and actually melts through the fortify quite well, right? So, Jubilees will still take less damage, but the consistent pressure from a high charge Lazy Titan, as well as Bad Righteous Bastion turret mode, could find its way through Jubilees' tough armor. I really like the changes coming out here for the side of Ember. What is this Batman angle? Oh, literally Batman. I don't know how he got up there, but Zane is looking for somebody to just jump upon. Did they know? He gets out quickly. What a reaction speed there from your favorite kid and Medusa respectively.
That was a really interesting angle. I'll have to see if I can try that in some of my games.
Yeah, I um, Batman was a joke, but I think that might be more accurate. Basically.
Yeah, Zangerman doesn't want us to know his secret identity.
More Batman moments, more trying to pick up behind the angles. He was able to pick up Batman YT, but while just forcing themselves through with the Lucio speed boost. And despite the pressure coming out quite consistently there from the Ember, they're just not quite able to burn through Jupiter's.
They're not quite able to do it. Lazy Titan keeping his charge relatively high, ready to dish out large amounts of damage once they get onto that point. At 100 now.
Yep, could be looking for some massive damage here. Really just needs to laser down anybody they can. I think especially Jubilee needs to go as soon as possible. I think they're trying to get rid of the Reaper and putting absolute numbers in the background. But there's the character to find your favorite bracket. Medusa's gonna pick up the Zane eventually. Bad Light getting down so low will be bubbled a little bit towards the Spain. Will be kept alive by the sports, but down to 9 HP will eventually get picked out by Jubilee. And despite the damage coming up, pressure coming up inside the Lazy Titan, there's just not enough. Nice overclock there. Not able to. Oh, picks up one. There is no Lucio available now. The Summer not available for LOL Reaper. Gonna have to retreat. Gonna have to find the value later. Granted, they have the support ultimates to retake this if they want to. They're gonna go in for it. They're gonna go in with the Casino Rush. Oh, what a headshot from Medusa. Takes out Jubilee. The Blossom, the attack visor with the Casino Rush. Able to pick up 3. The Bad Right T's able to pick up unlike Banana Ports over with 2 ticks collected. That is going to be very nice hold up inside the glitch. Using the ultimates required and nothing more.
Yeah, I mean that Kitsune visor just so potent. You're just shooting so fast. It's so hard to avoid. And especially when you are on that Zarya, even if you put that bubble up, it's gonna be gone in seconds.
Yeah, I mean 110%. Now look at this. Oh, has lost the middle.
No.
They have no clue! They have no clue! They have no clue! It's a 5-man Blossom! It's absolutely insane!
Ratty spot. They didn't know he was there. Someone needs to clip that because that is just absolutely insane.
That is disgusting. I have seen Zane's Blossoms. Yeah, they're usually nuts. And you know what? They're usually on King's Row. That was just a violation. The sound barrier there, I'm gonna assume that was a bad figure.
Yeah, I think we might have had a little misclick there.
Which could be Ember's saving grace here on King's Row.
Yeah, no, they don't have anything to defend against that grab. Only hits 1.
They picked up 1. They got 2. Yeah, that's 2. Dangerman does eventually fall to Bad YT, but now without LOL Reaper and on the map, we're gonna be seeing oh my gosh, Jules with the Terror Surge into the backline. As great as Lazy Titan is playing, you just can't argue with the Orisa. Jubilee's trying to stay alive as long as possible, trying to laser down the invasion. It's a take battle, and the Orisa's winning out. Lazy Titan trying to stay alive as long as they can, trying to buy themselves as many bubbles as they can. Will eventually get their support back online. Jubilee's still maintaining pressure, getting their supports back as well. 3 seconds remaining on the clock. Lazy Titan will have to touch. Finds 1 in the name of LOL Reaper. So once again, not gonna have that Lucio speed boost to disengage or do anything with. This could be absolutely massive. Overtime is taking down. Look at the point progress as well. Jubilee gets down solo, but the cleanse is there. A nice Reaper in the backline as well. Zane able to pick up Medusa. Bad RT balls. No defense line now for the side of Ember as they continue holding strong. Your favorite backline with the Coalescence coming in absolutely massive. The sustain, the DPS pressure, absolutely huge. The Orisa gets down to 1. It's just a low Reaper. And with overtime, still maintaining point. They capture it.
Yeah, very last second capture there. We'll have 2.5 minutes now to try to take at the payload, get as much space as they can.
Do you remember what I told you the first week? How King's Row is Oath's map?
Yeah.
Because it's just ridiculous. Here you go. Here's prime example. Numero uno.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever actually seen a Reaper 5-man kill.
Blossom.
Yeah.
Over to go again. They know he's back there though. Benjamin's able to pick up bad YT. They know he's got the monster. They're able to eliminate. Immortality Field is forced out early though. The Terror Surge as well to pick up the remaining members. Penguin does eventually fall. That without the Blossom even necessarily needing to be found, I guess Penguin able to pick off Zane. That is going to be a team fight win there for the side of Glitch.
Yeah, I'll get switching on to that Cassidy already with 60% ult charge. Gonna have some huge value coming out. You know, Zangeman with that Sleep Tiger ult could allow for another huge Blossom play. And, you know, after that first Blossom, I don't think Ember wants to see another one come out.
No, they're gonna shut down Zane. Like, they hear the footsteps, they're gonna be like, no. Oh, what a battle here. Battle IT is swapping into the Pharah. Gets caught up by Zane, who I don't think they were expecting to be teleported up to the high ground at all.
Yeah, Zane playing these really interesting angles, you know, really just playing places they don't expect, and it's so much value.
You can say that again. You can say that again. It looks like he's
gonna they're looking for him. They know he's hiding somewhere.
They know he's got blocking too. Bubble is being forced out here. I think they're trying to rely on the fact that Zane won't have bubbles. And that elevator won't. Oh, what a grab! Finds here with the cleanse is absolutely massive.
My goodness.
Reduced him out of able to clean that one up with the absolute nasty on a burst damage, and it's not going to matter. Zane and Jubilos, they just say, we're going to retreat. What a beautiful coordinated strike there from the side of Ember, showing why they are the team who consistently has had several season wins. Granted, numbers still change, but it doesn't mean they don't stop the spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you saw them checking those
Blossom!
Oh,
Blossom! 5-3 again! Behind the fourth! He's absolutely nuts! Overtime is sticking down, nobody's able to touch!
They forgot about him! They forgot about him!
They assumed
he was so patient!
Was he still back there?
I think he was still back there. Hiding? He didn't die in that initial grab. He was sitting back there waiting for the team to regroup, staying back there hidden, and they kind of forgot about him. They knew that the rest of the team was coming back, but they didn't notice he was still hiding there in the back line with that Blossom just ready to hit Q.
Zane Row. That's what this is officially. You heard it here first. I'm trademarking it. The amount of nasty death blossoms I've seen Zane get on this freaking map is Zane Row. That's all this is. Now going over to the Widow. I'm sure Will is excited. That's why we're on off. We're gonna see if they get a nasty headshot here to open things up. But wow. That's all I guys. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me collect my thoughts here for a second. Cause I forgot about him too. I'm gonna be entirely frank. I saw the 3-man kill. I saw that Jubiles was retreating, and I was like, great. They won the fight. They're gonna get nice.
Oh well.
Headshot on the Penguin.
Oh no! Oh no!
Through the bars too. My guy's going ham. Getting that bashing down low. Zane finding the 2 picks. I mean, yeah, basically cleaning up the remaining now. And that what a first fight for the side of Glitch.
They only need to get partially
through.
down towards that second point. They have a lot of time on the clock. It's going to require a stellar defense. Remember here.
Never say never. Zangerman opting to stick on that Widow, of course. Why wouldn't you? If you've already had 2 picks go your way. They're gonna pressure it a little bit here, and Ember now knows to look for that for sure. They are pressuring him out.
Yeah, they've switched to higher health DPS now. They're on that Mayan Bastion, so not going to be able to get one-shot by that Widow.
Yeah, that is absolutely fact. Well, Zangerman getting down extremely low. They're not really letting him peek out either. On top of that extra health, the bubbles there also providing some sustain. We get the Orisa, we get the cleanse for the Orisa ultimate as the Terror Surge comes through. Gets that incredibly low, Jubal does, but not before losing two members for Ember. Lady Titan able to pick up jewels though that could slow down the push here as DC Lady Titan is just gonna go in.
And an extremely vital lamp there from Penguin, allowing him to stay alive in that Orisa ult, allowing Bastion to safely
Yep.
go into his turret form, shut them down, just completely ignoring the Orisa ult, knowing that he's gonna be kept alive.
Yeah, and that's what really ate through that Jewel and HP, right? You're absolutely correct, and really allowed this attack to be held. 4.5 minutes of clock here with 3 ultimates online, including actually every ultimate online in this fight right now. But we're seeing Nicola comboed with the conceded rush here for the side of Ember, but yeah, artillery barrage not coming in quite in time. Ultimates being traded with neither team really finding all that much value. People's able to pick up your favorite racket. Medusa's able to trade out with Odd Nuggets, who gets in a little 1v1 stuck situation. Jubals finds one, but the freeze is absolutely massive. Just pick up Elo Reaper. Then you're in the backline, picks up Medusa, and it's just trades. Left, right, front, and center. Not trades that really Ember can be affording, though, as it's just Bad YT, Bad YT on that Mei, standing on point. Will eventually get picked off, and it's going to be a retreat now in full force from Ember.
You know, Lady Titan does still have a high charge on that beam, but this is realistically gonna be their last touch. They cannot lose this fight. They need to win every fight here on out if they want to have a chance to take this match.
Zane picks up Medusa in the Tracer one-on-one with a very nice set of headshots. And in the backline he goes, finding the damage onto the enemy bat piece. The Terror Surge as well. It does eventually get picked off, though. Jewel is able to find one. Zane is able to find a bracket. No support now online from the side of Ember. And despite an absolutely massive effort from them, it's going to look like this could be the final stand. Nice Mei block, going to be sort of stalling this one out for as long as possible. It's going to also be Medusa on the Tracer, staying alive. Overtime taking down. The ball is online for Lazy Titan.
But is he gonna
No, the what a javelin toss. Glitch, take the second map, and I believe is that the series.
I believe that is the 2-0 going towards the favor of Glitch.
That's
and the Reaper
crazy.
play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the second one.
Oh, it's a different one. Yeah, it's the second blossom. I mean, Batman. Finds 3, gets a 4th, picks up the immortality field. It might, but I mean,
I mean the Reaper plays there. Just Reaper's just so scary.
You can say that again. I'm sure in the eyes of Ember, that is absolutely true. I don't think they will ever not look for Reaper again.
And especially because they really didn't have options on that team to push him away once he gets in there. You know, when you have the Orisa, you can javelin him back. When you have the Lucio, you can boop him away. It's so hard when he gets in there and you don't have something to push him back, and he's super close up in your face with those shotguns.
And we saw that in the first match tonight, I believe. Power kill with that Reaper, nearly getting some of the fattest blossoms I've ever seen in my life. Very similar to Zane in this instance, but having that Lucio, having that Orisa available to them, really allowing for that CC to exist and and push away the blossoms whenever they were available. Now, does that mean that I think Ember, as long as they're able to constantly keep track of who's alive and where they're positioned, which granted is a very difficult thing to do and requires a crap ton of game sense. If they're able to do that, if they're able to constantly keep tabs on the problem players like Zane, they they were playing strong, some strong Overwatch tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what they were capable of. You had that huge grab where they got 3. I mean, they're very much capable of taking those fights.
It's just the plays. It's just the plays that Glitch is able to pull out with the pop in the immortality field to get a massive Terror Surge pull, with Zane flying in like Batman to get a 5-man Blossom, or sitting in the health pack space where nobody from Ember knows to get a 5-man. It's Glitch played out of their mind, and they knew they were going to be comfortable on King's Row. So they weren't complaining when Ember decided to push it that way. Um, I think that pretty much summarizes tonight's games. Any last words, thoughts, comments, concerns?
I just want to say great job to everyone that played today. I mean, everyone did absolutely incredible.
Um, yeah, absolutely. I absolutely went absolutely incredible. I I'm so proud. I love Kings Row and I love watching these players play. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting them as always every week. We really do appreciate it. Um, and I I really do appreciate you guys coming out to watch these games. Really do appreciate it. The kids appreciate it. We appreciate it. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a league to cast over. So again, thank you so much. That pretty much wraps it up. We will be seeing you guys in week 7 next week as we will be signing out here. So have a good week and look forward to some more incredible Overwatch.